Hey guys, it's Julia Erman. Welcome to Joy Sprinkles, the podcast that I designed and literally made up from scratch. I'm so excited about this podcast and everything that it's going to do in your life. Basically, what I'm doing is I'm just sharing with you how I've used the hard stuff in my life, the suffering, the grief, to then find sprinkles of joy throughout all of these hard stories, all of these hard seasons that God has allowed in my life. I think you're going to be encouraged after listening to today's podcast. It's Julia. It's a Thursday morning over here in East Tennessee. I don't know if you can hear it, but the birds are going crazy. That's one of the things that I love about living in Tennessee is the wildlife in the mornings. It's just unmatched to anywhere else in the world. But I just want to jump on and share with you guys a few things that I have been learning in probably the last month. I've been really, really looking inside. I've been looking deep inside and just learning a few things about suffering, a few things about thriving, a few things about life that I want to share with you. And one of those things is something that I learned from the Coachable podcast. She was telling me yesterday in her podcast, she was saying, life is unpredictable. And, it's really true. It's like, I think that we walk around this life and we think that we can predict the outcome of what's coming next. And we can predict where our future is going to go and if we're going to wake up tomorrow and all these things. But in all reality, our future is unpredictable. Life is unpredictable. And when you really just have the ability to give that predictability to God and to trust that whatever comes your way is from Him and that He's going to use it and that it is for His glory and not yours, there's an amazing freedom that comes. There's a freedom that comes to you because you now understand that you don't have to be in control. You don't have to be in control of tomorrow. You don't have to be in control of the future. And that is actually so freeing. The other thing that she was sharing is that when we've gone through something really hard, some suffering, and we have resistance around it. So for example, if you followed my story long enough, I have 2 special needs kids with a rare genetic disorder. And there's been many times where I've really rejected that, where I've thought, Lord, they really are you sure that they're supposed to be this way? They should be different. The problem with that thought is that it almost creates this negative energy around my kids of unwant, of needing things to be different. What she shared was that she doesn't believe that you can really come to a place of thriving or true joy in a circumstance until you come to a place of acceptance. And what I know about the grief journey is that that's definitely one of the stages, is acceptance. And it's taken me about 5 years in my grief journey as a special needs parent to come to acceptance that this is so, but also to trust that this is so because God says this is so. This is God's plan, and He is using it for me. He's using it for my kids. He is greater. He knows more than we know. And so to trust that not only did He allow this, but that He is using this is such a different space to be in than it shouldn't have happened this way. And what she was sharing is that you cannot come to a place of thriving and true joy until you reach that acceptance. And you guys, I've been walking around for the last day thinking about this and just really realizing how true it is, because when you feel that this is happening for you, that God is using this for you, you're in a place of abundance. You're in a place of provision. And so much more is happening in that place for you rather than when you're in a place of scarcity where it's like, why me, why me, why me? You know, you can feel the difference in my voice. I just want to encourage you this morning that no matter what hard circumstance has come your way, no matter what hard thing that you are walking through, that you can still have joy. You can say, Lord, this sucks, but still say, your way, not mine. And in that place, you're going to experience a lot more peace, a lot more joy, and you're going to start to see life a little bit different. You're going to start to see that different things come your way because you're looking for them differently, rather than seeking for the suffering, seeking for the hardship. You're seeking for the joy. You're looking for the joy. It's all about that. It's all about what you're looking for. And it's not that hard things aren't going to come your way. Remember what I said at the beginning? That life is uncertain. So you actually don't know what you're going to wake up to tomorrow. You don't know what phone call is going to come in tomorrow. But it's not about that. It's about taking a deep breath every single day, breathing in the gift of life that God gave you, and trusting that He is in control. Thanks so much for listening to today's podcast. It blesses me so much that I get to inspire millions of people every single day using this platform. I can guarantee you one thing, that this podcast is not going to be your traditional podcast. But what I can also guarantee you is that you're going to leave every single time feeling inspired. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure that you follow me on Instagram, Julia, and subscribe to this podcast. I'll see you guys back here soon.